Okay, guys. Now we're going to start with Ielts speaking part one, and I'm going to ask you some questions in part one. And in part one, your answers should be short and crispy, to the point, according to the question, in 4 to 5 sentences. Number one, answer the question directly. Muh pe marna hai le. Yeah. And number two, elaborate a little. Just 2 to 3 sentences. And number three, conclude your answer. And to conclude your answer, you can say to conclude this point or to answer your question, and then just say what you said before and conclude your answer. Okay? So you must give examiner the feeling that now your answer is finished. Right. Let's take a start. Do you like history as a subject?
Yeah, I like history as a subject because history is my favorite subject. Before I went to school, and after my schooling and college and university, I really like a history.
I really
to read.
liked history, or I studied history.
I really like a history and studying history as well.
So to answer your question, I like history very much. At the end, like this. Okay. Have you ever been to a museum to learn about history?
Yeah, I went to Army Museum.
I went to Army
Yeah,
Museum.
I went to Army Museum in Lahore last year. It opened in 2017.
Now, don't focus museum, focus history. I went to Army Museum last year, and there I learned so many things about the history of my country. There were so many historical things, souvenirs, and all that, and I had a great fun. I attained great knowledge from there. Don't focus museum, focus
History.
history. That's what the question is. Do you think history is important?
Yeah, I think history is important because everyone should know about history of our country, history of our world. So history is very important to.
Okay, this is good. Now listen, if you just use the word history is important, history is very important, you will get low band score for that, right? History is crucial for any nation, crucial, significant, right? Use variety of words, especially from the question, pick up the words and then use synonyms for that, right? Okay, one more question. When was the last time you read a book about history?
Uh,
By
in
the way, if you did not read any book, you say, well, I don't remember the time when I read about history. Yes, when I was at school, I used to study history, but particularly, I don't remember any book about history which I studied. So, to answer your question, I did not read any significant book on history in the recent past.
okay, sir.
See, even if the answer is not there, you still elaborate your point and it's all that. Okay, would you like to learn more about history in the future?
Yeah, I would like to learn about history in future because history is a very crucial thing for everyone to know about this country.
Okay,
So
good. So focus grammar and use appropriate words and you'll be fine. And don't hesitate too much.
Okay,
Just relax, okay? Next one, please. Turn the mic there. Okay, now I'm going to ask you some questions about running, right? This is not running away or this is not running with someone. Okay, yeah. How often do you go for a run? Jogging, actually. How often do you go for a run?
Usually I go run for one time in a week,
I go for a run once a week.
once a week. But I would like to run. I would like to run every day, but
At present, I
At pre-
only go for running once a week. Now, for running, you can use the word jogging, you can use the word walking, or any other appropriate word for that, okay? And try to speak actively, okay? Yeah. Let's go on. Where do you usually go for running?
actually usually I am going to.
I go to.
I go to running for the park.
I go to the park for running.
for-
Avoid present continuous. Where do you go for running? I am running in the park. No, I usually go for running to the nearby park. That is like, yeah. So where do you go? Now you will elaborate on the location of running. Okay, here
I usually go to the. I usually go park to the running. to
For
the
running?
For running, because it is near to my house, and and in the park I feel better.
Okay.
And
So therefore, I
therefore-
always go to the park for running. Do you like running or walking?
actually I like running because it is better to maintain our health, and it is the best part of the exercise.
All right, this is good. Overall, answers are good, but you are feeling so much hesitation and you are reluctant to speak openly. थोड़ा सा खुल के बोले, then you'll be fine. Okay? So try to use a variety of words, variety of sentence structures, and you guys are gonna be fine, right? Okay, thank you.